I just won this eBay auction for 47 completely random, untested cameras for $275, plus taxes and shipping, which comes out to $6.84 per camera total. Now from the photos, it looks like there's really a little bit of everything in here, from DSLRs, point and shoots, mirrorless, film cameras, Polaroids, Instax cameras, just a little bit of everything in here. But hidden in the very back, in its original box, is one specific camera that I'm really after. And that one camera, if it's actually in the box and if it's fully working, is gonna pay for this entire package. Now the photos of this listing really aren't the highest quality, and it's, kind of hard to really inspect and look at each of these cameras, but they are specifically listed as untested and for parts only, so I have absolutely no clue if any of these work, if any of them are completely destroyed or anything about these. So I am taking a pretty big gamble on this, especially since there's really that one main camera that I'm after. But I guess all there's left to do now is just wait for this thing to come in, open it up, and see what we get.
2,000 years later.
All right, here it is, 47 cameras, about 50 pounds. Let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. All right, so here's the plan. I'm gonna open this thing up and take these cameras out one by one. We'll take a look at each one of these, see what they are, see what type of condition they're in. And then what I'm gonna do is tally up the values of each of these cameras in one of the corners here throughout the video so that we can kind of add this up and see the estimated value of this at the end. Just for fun to see what the value of this $275 camera mystery box actually is. But either way, let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. All right, tons of bubble wrap. All right, I have not opened this up yet. I haven't looked at a single one of these cameras, but I definitely feel stuff in here. Let's go ahead and grab one of these. All right, here's something. There we go. All right, camera number 1. Okay, this is kind of an unexpected camera brand. This is an HP camera. I honestly didn't even know HP made cameras. All right, so this is the HP Q2164A, 3.3 megapixels. This is definitely early 2000s, very early 2000s probably, but it does have an SD card or some sort of memory card in this. Let's pull this out. Yeah, so it does take just standard SD cards. Of course, 275 megabytes. Yeah, this is an old camera, but it honestly is kind of cool seeing an HP camera. I genuinely did not know they even made these. All right, so it takes AA's, but that looks so crusty in there. I can't imagine this would power on. But there we go, camera number 1, an HP camera. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go, camera strap it feels like. All right, here we go. Looks like right here we got the Canon Snappy 50. So this is definitely an old 35mm film camera, it looks like. Yeah, this one's definitely not in very good condition. See if it's got any batteries in it or anything like that. No batteries, but very crusty in there as well. I'm hoping we get some more interesting stuff. I'm pretty sure we will. Like I said, there's this one specific camera that I'm really excited for. There we go, camera number 2, a Canon Snappy 50 vintage film camera. Let's move on to the next one. There's another one. And it looks like another 35mm film camera. This is kind of a cool gold color. This is the Samsung Maxima 140S. Nope, that doesn't power on, probably doesn't have any batteries in it. Probably just an old cheap one that's not worth much, but it's still pretty cool to see. Let's grab the next one. Here we go. A Canon Canonet 28. A Canonet. This one's pretty dirty. This looks like it came straight out of a barn or a basement or something. It's got a 40mm 2.8, looks like a fixed lens on this. So it looks like old Canon film camera. I know there's some digital cameras in there, so I'm really just waiting for one of those to pop up, but let's see. All right, here we go. Another camera brand. So this is a Bell & Howell Z200, another old vintage point and shoot film camera. Here we go. Okay, this one looks different. So this is a Polaroid Snap. Okay, so it's another one of those like, printing cameras that print the picture right after you take it. This one looks pretty neat. This has got to be a newer one. Like this is really small. It's got micro USB. It has an SD card slot. Let's see if it powers on. All right, I'm getting nothing out of it, but I also don't know where the battery slot is. It might just be micro USB rechargeable. There might not be, like an actual battery slot in this. It looks like it has a stack of film in there, so I'm just gonna keep this closed. This one might actually power up and, have film in it and everything, which would be pretty neat. All right, here we go, a Nikon, another 35mm old vintage point and shoot camera. This is a Nikon Light Touch Zoom AF. Nothing special, it actually looks fairly clean. Now, to be honest, I don't really have any experience shooting film cameras like this, so I don't have any film laying around or anything like that. But recently, I have been learning a lot more about film photography thanks to today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes across design, freelance, productivity, and just about anything else you can think of. Skillshare's classes are taught by industry experts excited to teach you their skills, techniques, and professional journeys, and really help you learn about pretty much anything. And so like I said, I've been taking some film photography classes from Kyle McDougall, and you can see that all of Skillshare's classes are split up into individual lessons to help you follow along easier. Now, if you really want to dive into learning a specific skill, Skillshare also offers learning paths, which are curated sequential class collections to help you learn about and master a specific topic. So if you'd like to explore your creativity, be one of the first 500 people to click my link down in the description, and you're going to get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare for absolutely free. Skillshare can help you take your career, passions, hobbies, and side hustles all to the next level. So go check out Skillshare and get started learning today. Here we go. Ooh, there we go. Okay, an Instax Mini 9. Now this is a film camera like a Polaroid, but this is a newer model. Now this one's missing the battery door on the side, it looks like, but let's see if it powers up. It has 2 somewhat new AA batteries in it, it looks like. Didn't hear anything. Oh, there we go. This one's a little dirty, but inside it looks really clean. I'd be willing to bet this probably works if I put film and, fresh batteries in it. Here we go. All right. This one is not a film camera, I don't think, so at least we're getting some digitals. But yeah, a Canon PowerShot GS. Man, I would even go as far as to say this might be like a late 90s digital camera. Look at this tiny little flip screen it's got on it. This is like a 1-inch screen right there. But you've got manual focus button, you got white balance adjustments, function buttons. All right, so it's got no batteries in it, but it looks like some type of proprietary battery that goes in there. So this one I won't really be able to test unless I get a battery for it. Condition definitely isn't the best. It's just super dirty, like it's just been sitting for years in a box or in a barn, just like a lot of these have been. So let's move on to the next one. Here we go. This is a Bell & Howell Autoload 342. What's going on? This is me from the future. Just don't look at that stuff quite yet. If you want to see the full unboxing of all these, it's not fully uncut, but it'll be a lot longer of a video. I'm going to upload that on my second channel. It's just going to be the full unboxing of all these cameras, just in case you want to see that. But either way, let's get back to the unboxing. Ooh, look at that. Okay, this is our first actual SLR camera. At least I'm pretty sure their lens is removable. I don't even know. Okay, this is a Ricoh KR5 Super 2, it looks like. And I don't know if you can see that. There is just dust and stuff falling out of this thing. And it's got the Recanon 50mm f2 lens on there. And again, that is so dirty. Like, this one is ridiculously dirty. So I know the brand Ricoh, but I've never heard of this camera specifically. I know of a lot of their like digital point and shoot cameras and things like that. But it's cool to see our first interchangeable lens camera. Hopefully there'll be more of these coming up soon. All right, what else we got? A bag of stuff. Okay, this is a CVS, like CVS, a CVS camera. Okay, it's got, another camera in there, a Kodak 35, a KC50, again, another 35mm point and shoot film camera, and then some micro USB car chargers. There's no way these use micro USB, so I don't know why this was all together in this thing, but that's honestly really funny. CVS making a camera. Oh, what is that? Okay, a Kodak Printomatic. Got micro USB on the bottom, micro SD card. Let's see how big this one is. 16GB SanDisk. Okay, nothing special. Let's see. Okay, power button. Nope, didn't hear anything, but I do see some photos or some paper in the back there, so really might be able to get a few photos out of this one as well if we charge it up. All right, here we go. This is what I've been looking for this whole time. That looks like a Best Buy open box label on this. Who knows when this was open box at Best Buy? Like, this still could be, non-functioning, or it could be really anything in here. But this feels kind of heavy. So this is a Panasonic Lumix G100. So this is a mirrorless camera. Not new, but fairly new. I mean, compared to all these other cameras, it's a pretty new camera. And this camera is worth a couple $100, if it even is the Lumix G100. But this is the one I've been looking forward to. This is a camera that I would actually love to own and use. But let's get this thing open and see what we got in here. And there's still a couple more cameras in there as well. it's got a lens. Look at that. Okay, see if there's anything else in here real quick. Micro USB charger. So it's got the original charger, it looks like. And that's everything else in this box. So let's get this box out of here. Man, this is a tiny camera, but look at that. That looks pretty clean. It's definitely a little dusty, but it's nice that it was in the original box, so it kind of kept it safe in there as well. All right, I'm gonna try to power this thing up. Let's see what happens. No memory card. Look at that. Please rotate the zoom lens to extend. All right, the lens zooms in and out. It doesn't feel the smoothest, but that might just be how it just normally is for this, you know, cheap of a kit lens. It looks like we got ourselves a fully working Panasonic G100 here. I guess most importantly, let's see what the sensor looks like. That's definitely the most important thing. Spotless sensor on this G100. This definitely just paid for the entire package. I'm really excited to see this. Again, the average cost of what, $6.84 per camera. We got ourselves like a $300 camera out of this. All right, what else we got in here? Ooh, what is that? Okay, an Argus camera that's just in this leather case right here. And then a Olympus 35mm point and shoot. Surprise, surprise. Olympus Infinity Tele. So let's get that out of here. And let's open up this Argus camera. This one's got some heft to it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Although, really dirty. There we go, okay. Another really dirty camera. It's got a Cintar 50mm f2.8 lens, so it doesn't really sound like anything special, to be honest. I don't see like a model of this, it's just an Argus camera. The lens says Argus C4. I guess it's probably a built-in lens, so it might be the Argus C4. Okay, there's some other random things in there. Duracell battery. Hey, the battery cover for one of those cameras. I remember one missing a battery cover, and a couple broken pieces that I'm pretty sure I remember them missing from cameras as well. Also got a little Lego piece in there. I have no clue where that came from, but all right. The last two cameras, I'm sure you're surprised, two more point and shoot film cameras. A Kodak Advantix F600 and a Canon SureShot 80U. Both actually surprisingly clean, especially for being at the very bottom of this whole box. That's it for all these 47 cameras. The box is empty now. Let's go ahead and just see everything we got. All right, here we go. This is all the cameras laid out on my desk right here. My final conclusion is, if the Lumix G100 was not a part of this, this would have been a complete bust. A majority of these cameras are pretty much valueless, like maybe worth a couple of dollars each, you know, if they work and if they're cleaned up and everything like that. Now there are some outliers, you know, these Instax cameras are probably worth something, you know, if I clean them up, they're definitely in working condition. I should be able to get some money for those if I sell them, but it's really this Panasonic G100 that saved the day here, pretty much making up for the price of this entire box. And this is a camera that I would have eventually purchased anyways. It's been kind of on my radar because it's one of the smallest, tiniest little, you know, interchangeable lens cameras. It shoots 4K video. Either way, this video is not about this camera specifically, but it definitely saved the day. There's just a lot of junk in this box, to be completely honest. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you would have purchased this, and I'll see you in the next video.